Welcome back, Heavenlies. This is Heaven's Army. We are doing this New Year's a little bit different this year. I usually play a game and just talk New Year's stuff and just play a game that's just sitting in the background and not really paying attention to what I'm doing other than just chatting with anybody and just welcoming and thanking everybody for the new year. But now that I'm a Twitch affiliate, if I were to live stream it on Twitch, you on YouTube and anywhere else wouldn't be able to get this video. So I'm doing it like, I'm going to say this is going to be my first YouTube style video where I would do a video not live, recording it and everything, and then editing it and then sending it to YouTube via upload. I've done plenty of live streams that I had to edit and then upload to YouTube, but not like this. This is like my first official like YouTube style. I'm excited because this is what I was planning on doing, was stuff like this, but after watching how YouTubers do it, I'm like, I don't want to play a game and then edit over later, or at least try to have my voice in there, and then if I want to add stuff, I could add stuff later. Like that didn't appeal to me. I want to be live and talk to people real time. Yeah, I'm glad Twitch was around, because if it wasn't, I would have been doing stuff like this. But this is exciting for me. But I'm on my Twitter, or not Twitter, Tumblr. Yeah, no, I'm usually on Twitter. I'm on Tumblr. No and yes. Yes, I have a Tumblr account. No, I'm not on it. I have links to my stuff, like games I plan to play, donations, and games I own, movies I watched, animes I watched. I got random music playing, but it's like the ones that I found that had a nice little jingle to them, instead of just listening randomly and going, what is this song? So I hope you're okay, because it's gonna be a little all over the place, this music. It just found just random genres and just went with it, but yeah. Let's get this going. My Tumblr, I'll go through my Tumblr this year while talking New Year's stuff and probably New Year's resolutions. I was going to watch my old video of the New Year's one to see what I said and done, but I don't know if I got around to everything that I wanted to do. This year was, I'm going to say, this year has messed up a lot of people with the stuff that's going around. I don't know if we're still allowed to talk about it or not, so I'll leave it be. But yeah, it seems to be everyone's affected or has been affected by it, so yeah, I'm not here to talk about that. It's just, I've noticed that it even hit me eventually with work and stuff. Now that I'm old enough to be on my own and old enough to be working while still doing this on the side, yeah, even that has affected me where I am, and I assume everybody else as well in some way. So I'm hoping everybody has been well, doing well, staying safe as best as you can. I know not everyone can be having a good time or a great time, but I do wish and hope that it does or will stay well. 'Cause yeah, this year's been something for me. I watched another person do a New Year's one, and everything they said was like, yeah, I see what's going on there. And me too. I'm kinda like them, where I'm not here to talk about the bad. In fact, I hope it doesn't slip out when I'm live streaming games and just talking, just whatever comes out of my mouth. I try not to bring, because you're not here for this. My channel's also not meant to be talking about my life all the time. My channel is let's play games, let's enjoy games, let's chat about games and movies and music and things. I'm here to chat with you, and playing the games is just an extra bonus for me, and I get to have fun doing that. So I don't have posts and tweets about anything that would happen to me IRL. I leave it out because there's other channels that do that, and I don't want any part of that. So yeah, with that, I can basically say that this year was a bit tricky, but it's still been good. I've been still playing games, not all the games I really wanted to play, but I've been playing games that I was like, you know what, I can play these at this point. And as of right now, I believe I'm playing some fighter games for the first time. Like, I'm getting beat up in those, but I'm having fun, and I'm learning about how fighter games came to be. I'm playing the originals, like 1987 games, like very old fighting games, and they were just absolutely, it's just madness. The AI is just too strong. But anyway, I'm going through them and I'm having fun with them, and I'll go back to my other list and I could go through the games that I've done this year, because I feel like I've done some stuff. Yeah, absolutely. But what am I here for the games I plan to play? For the future. Okay, well, I'm doing the future first, then I'm looking back at the games. Cool, let's do it backwards then. Me. So yeah, I already finished Fable 2. I'm looking on playing Fable 3 soon, and more fighter games. I'm doing that now. I'm doing more fighter games now. Oh, No Man's Sky. I don't know if you're supposed to see this. I don't know. Maybe somebody might watch this and be like, oh, I was there for the live, and there's a reattempt? I didn't know that. Secrets are happening. Yeah, I've been secretly working on it. I started a brand new game and tried my bestest to try to get back to where I am. I'm still not even there yet. It takes so long to redo a game you've already done and try to get up to doing everything that I've already done as best as I could. More Lego games, yeah, I'm planning on getting them done. They're not a whole lot of love for those games for what I've seen, but I enjoy the comedy. And it's just a sit down and play game. You don't have to think. The game will allow you to commentate over it or not. So yeah, the Final Fantasy VII and the rest, yes, I want to redo those so badly. Those are the games I want to play, but I can't unless I get some help. Some people who are just around and can guide me through those big RPG games. I've already played them and I missed everything, so what's the point to try them again and miss it again? And I'm waiting for that. Any non-grindy games at this point? Oh, okay. Any non-grindy, yeah, so work. IRL work throws off all free time. And I just got non-grindy games if anybody could think of any of them. But my Nintendo 64 game is I'm still grinding on that. I haven't touched it in a while. But I'm still grinding on that monstrous game. Dino Crisis? Yeah. Planning on playing some more Resident Evil style, but dinosaurs instead. I already did Parasite Eve, so why not Dino Crisis, right? The Breath of Fires are all attached to one person who donated this game and they disappeared, so I haven't touched those games. Oh, wait, I already did Dokapon Kingdom. I already did that one. Oh, cool. Good job, me. Chaos Legion, I put it in for like 5 minutes and got beat up on that game and went, oh, this is gonna be hard to live stream. These are just games I have on my PS2 that I'm like, oh, maybe I do want to play those, because I haven't grinded on this one. I want to play 1 to 7 before I play that one. I'm on Fatal Frame 3, but I eventually can just play it on the grind on that one. That one I would like to be ready for as well. And I do have a Siren on my PlayStation 3 on my PS2. Right. Cool. The Final Fantasy stuff, like all the Final Fantasies are on hold until I finally get my dream crew in my channel. I'm holding off. Anna would be that another scary game, I think. Is Anna scary? Probably is. And the games I want to replay, and 8 and 9 and whatever else, maybe 9 at least, but yeah, I would love to replay those and get them done correctly. I have no games planned or donated on any of those. I bought and played all of my GameCube games. It was like the Luigi's Mansion and stuff and Crystal Chronicles, right? So I've already played those and I've had a blast. I want to play more Nintendo games anytime. Nintendo's a go-to great game. And then Fable I'll finish off eventually soon. And Labyrinth Legend, I don't even have that game installed. I don't know what that is. And Dwarfs? Interesting. I don't know these games, but they're there. Am I any game on my Steam wishlist, right? And then recommended. All these games are recommended by people. And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And then I never heard anything back from them, so I am assuming they wanted me to, but they were expecting something else. Getting over it with Ben and Fonny? Are you kidding me? Any LucasArts games, yes. Yes to any of those games. If I could ever get my hands on all of them. My goodness, Atari Flashback Classic. There's a whole bunch of online... Oh, Half-Life, right. There's a Half-Life 2, but it doesn't have Half-Life 1. I would love to play Half-Life, because I've already played a few other games, and I'm like, you know, maybe I should play Half-Life and see what they're all about. Cool, let's close out of this. Oh, let's stay on the page, and I must have done something, and... You know what? No, close, because I don't think I did anything that needed to be saved. Leave the page. I think I deleted and spaced thing here, and that's all I did. Either way, oh, so I don't need to go through my entire career, but yes, I did test a bunch of nights in 2015. Oh, I was so young. And I just did a bunch of tests night after night, going, how do I sound? Oh, I'm mumbling, and I'm not saying anything for like 10 minutes straight because I'm so shy. And I was using a headset with a mic into it, and it just sounded bad. So after I'm like, you know what, you gotta stop saying guys, and you gotta stop saying other lines that where you're from, because people will just figure you out. And you gotta stop saying to have filler, and you gotta use some energy. Yeah, you gotta speak. You gotta push out some of that energy. And I was, of course, sitting down at those times. I don't know when my first... I know I must have written down my first stand-up stream somewheres, but I most likely did that my channel anniversaries where I would do stuff like this as well. But you know what? Maybe if I just do, like, instead of like one thing a year, why don't I just do the New Year's and then my channel? This is kind of almost halfway through. It's May. Yeah, I'm like 1 month earlier, but so that's fine. But yeah, my first game, see, I knew I was a Final Fantasy person. I thought I liked all of them, but I only played like only the few newer ones, and then when I played the original old ones, I'm like, oh, I like them, but yeah, I didn't know them. I thought I played a lot, but I didn't. Transistor, ooh, right. So these were the horrible, tough times when I was like playing this one. I played 4 games at once. I think it was Transistor and Dust. Was I playing The Last of Us as well and Child of Light at the same time? It was like 4 games I was playing at the same time. It was too much. You cannot do that. I feel like I'm missing a game here. Transistor, Dust, Bastion. Oh, or I didn't finish those games. That's what happened. Yeah, it got too confusing. I had no idea what I was doing in all 4 of those games. So I'm like, let's not do 4 games every night, and let's just do 1 at a time. I don't know when I started focusing on 1 game at a time, but eventually they started separating out instead of beating them all so quickly. But I know that all of these were small little games that I played off my PS4. I was only playing PS4 games because that's all I had. I sold what I could sell to get a PS4 and streamed off of it. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Eventually I got into the handheld stuff, and I was able to figure out how to do that, right, with Steam and stuff. And then I finally got my PS3, and I finally got a capture card, right? So was getting around quite a ways into it, actually. Yeah, I was like, oh, I could capture on my other games? Cool. Right, I want to skip this whole era. I want to skip this whole era of my life. Thanks to those terrible people. They tried to bring me down and the channel, and they were just terrible downer people, and I couldn't relate with them. And as hard as they tried, I could not get on their level. So I just stepped away from them, and they stayed in their little pit, and I moved on. And then I had to, like, let's just get some games that I want to play, and just break away from them. And these were the ones that I played to break away from. Yeah, here, it probably would have been here. Because I know Final Fantasy X was mine, but that's theirs, and that was theirs as well. So yeah, it was around here when I broke away from them and stepped away and went, let's not hang out with them. As a live streamer, you can run into anybody, and me being so young, and all of them, they all said they were in their 20s and 30s. They were so much older than me, and they just had their whole world of hurt. they were already, I guess, jaded by the world, where I wasn't. I was still going in with wondered eyes, and the plans for the future was so strong for them that they just couldn't handle it. But yeah, like, oh, it's so interesting to see, like, The Room and Dear Esther and Inside Slender. Like, to see, I read Final Fantasy X again. This is nice. I'm kind of like re-going through the games, and I'm like, oh, I did that again. This still, it baffles me. Some of the games that I played was many years ago at this point. Oh, I did the Amnesias, and then I had to do some of the Amnesias because they kept breaking in the middle. I had a bad capture card. I don't think it was the company. I just think I had a bad capture card, and it just kept breaking every episode. I had to edit them every single one at the halfway mark. It was brutal to edit like that. Mass Effect Andromeda. Oh my, I like this. I did the Harry Potters over again and the Kingdom Hearts over again because they were all blurry. This was still blurry internet back then. The Day of the Tentacle had a big hitch in the middle of it, so that was broken. I just never redid that one. Horizon Zero Dawn, I redid that one too. I did a lot of re-game. I redid a bunch of games because some of them were broken. Bloodborne was another one where Lady Maria. Every time I do Lady Maria fight, the game freezes or something freezes, and the fight is ruined in the middle somewheres every time. It's so weird. Me going with all the Final Fantasies. Did I do all the other Final Fantasies? Oh, I separated them. I did 4 a game. I did Zelda and Metroid and Claire, then Final Fantasy, then Mask, Kingdom Hearts, Harry Potter, then Final Fantasy. And then when I hit Final Fantasy 8, I'm like 8, 9, 10, 2, 12, 13, 32, Lightning Returns, Type 0, Final Fantasy 15. I skipped, oh, this was the point when I skipped the 11 and 14 because I'm like, I'm never doing MMOs. How can I live stream them when I play every night? And yeah, my format, and my format still to this day, can't really play MMOs. Because I play a story only, and if there's nothing happening, like, I'm not playing the game, or I'm just gonna do only main story, and if I can't do it, like, what to do? Like, I don't know what to do! So yeah, I skipped those. It's amazing that... Did Mega Man Legends? Oh, right, I did. Those were fun. Started my Legend of Zelda series, went through a whole bunch of those. Fatal Frames were fun. I see Metroid all over the place. Skyrim again. Gone through the Suikoden series. That was a big little thing that happened there, but they didn't like 3 and 4, and 3 and 4 was great. Subnautica for the first time on Steam? Yeah, so I mentioned this when I got my new Subnautica out at this point, and I mentioned how I played on the Steam. My things broke and the controller broke and just had a hard time with it, but PS4 just can't seem to load Subnautica, so had an equally hard time, but I just enjoy Subnautica so much that I redid it again, and I'm looking forward to Below Zero soon. Spider-Man was 2019? Are you kidding me? I've been waiting for that long to play the next Spider-Man game, and my channel is just, no one's like, when you playing Miles Morales? I'm like, soon, please! Let's make it happen! But I don't know where the people are asleep, I think, or something happened to the world and everyone's not normal. Horizon Zero Dawn New Game Plus, there it is. I did it in 2019 as well, wow. Gone through the Kingdom Hearts stuff. Final Fantasy 15, 14. Final Fantasy 14! Oh, wow, okay. June the 16th. November. I said I finished it, but I didn't. Like, every time a thing comes out, I play it again, but that was me being the thing, watching the credits and going, cool, if anything comes out, I will, but, like, yeah. I'm still playing that one to this day, but not every night. Chessmaster, my first Xbox game! And Parasite Eve is there you go. Ni no Kuni 2, Luigi's Mansion, my first GameCube. Like, I'm seeing all my first stuff too. Quest 64, my Nintendo 64 stuff going on. Oblivion, I think around here is where I had my avatar, and I've done it all on my channel anniversary. because it was around then when I would mention my stand-up and my avatar. Fable back in that long ago? Because I'm doing Fables now, so... What? Yeah, again, like, I'm like, the time is flying by. For me, I don't know if it's going quickly for you, but for me, it's going. Oh, Before Crisis, the game that broke me so much, I literally had to, I stopped for I don't know how many minutes to laugh so hard that water came out of my eyes, and I had to, like, take a moment or more to wipe the water out of my eyes and stop laughing, and it took way too long. I hope people find it. Did the Uncharted 1, 2, 3, 4, then I went into Sonic 1, 2, 3. My goodness, and Knuckles. Then my GameCube, there you go, I hopped in my GameCubes again. Redid Shadow of the Colossus. Bioshock 1, I think I redid the Bioshocks as well. Awesome. Good job, me. Portal 2, amazing. I wouldn't mind doing the Portal 2 co-op thing, because it has its own story, but I can't control two controllers at the same time. Yeah. Final Fantasy 11, right. Again, in June again, I decided to start another MMO. It was June last year and June this 2020. Oh, or last year and a year before, I should say, in 2019, 2020. Anyway, that's even better. That one took only like 3 months? Oh, I know what happened there. The Final Fantasy 11 was impossible to play, even when I tried. I want to just do main story and do stuff. I don't want to sit around a square and type and the people. I want to make progress, but sometimes making progress requires you to stand around for 20 minutes and get into the window. But if you miss the window, you gotta wait again. There's so much waiting in that game that it was just like, I don't want to stand for 20 minutes. Can we do something? And they're like, no. You might miss the thing, and just like, this game is so difficult. Like, why? And I don't know, just, I did beat it. We've seen the credits, and I'm like, I don't want to do Final Fantasy 11 anymore. Even the free period came up recently, and I skipped it, actually, because I'm just like, I don't see anything at all to do, other than, like, level up my characters, but I don't need to do that. There's the Harry Potters redoing them again. James Bond, GoldenEye. I hope people have seen the old Nintendo 64 games, because they were a surprise for me. I never thought I would have a blast with Mission Impossible and GoldenEye and skateboarding. I did a whole bunch of skateboard stuff just so I could have a whole bunch of... I see what's up there. There you go, fixed. There's gonna be typos, because I know I just typed everything down and then I just copy-pasted and put it in here, so yeah. But yeah, did all the skateboarders, finished off Suikoden Tactics, and I'm gonna eventually do Suikoden 5 and finish that one. There it is. It's done. The Super Mario Bros, I started that in 2020. Oh, well, I haven't even made it to 2021 yet. I had fun with this one. I've been doing Christmas shopper simulators on Christmas all the time, and I'm like, we gotta do something different, and I did. I had a blast with that. Now we're getting into the year. There we go, everybody. My bad. It just took me a long time. I just wanted to see what I did. Going through it, I'm like, I remember doing that. I remember this point in my life. I remember these people that were there. And me, like, trying to still be me. Yeah, be happy while I play games. Anyway, Super Mario World, huh? Was the ones that I did. What did I do in the middle of all of that? Because I just didn't play Super Mario World for that many days. It was Genshin Impact. Because I had like 18 episodes of Genshin Impact. It must have been Genshin Impact, and I'm like, let's just take a break and let's do Mario World, and let's eventually just finish Genshin Impact. Because I wouldn't be able to finish Genshin Impact in one day. So I started Genshin Impact. I remember playing... I think I did Genshin Impact on the New Year's. I did, so without a doubt. So it was Genshin Impact, but then I finished Super Mario World and the 64. Again, enjoyable. Rhyme, like another game where there's no words, you're running around. Oh, and then you beat the game. I'm like, oh, I beat the game? what is the meaning of this game? I don't know. What, why? How was this good? Every time it's Hollow Knight and Rhyme and Inside, they all just end, and I'm like, oh, I didn't get a story out of that. Typewriter was just a special little game as well. You gotta watch them. They're all like one episode stuff. Could there be 2 of those on the same night? I gotta go check that out. I don't know if I did, but to me, I wrote it down. I could have had a typo, but a 0 is really far away from 1, so... But a 2 is close. Rune Factory. The Harvest Moon Fighter RPG thing. Yeah, interesting. Start the Zone of the Enders. So, okay, the beginning of the year, I'm not remembering the beginning of this year. This year must have been just the crazy stuff that was going on. But I do remember playing at Zone of the Enders and Absolver, that little weird free game that turned out to be absolutely amazing. And then I'm like, oh, let's just do Zone of the Enders again. Yeah, and then I finally... I've done this game how many times? 1 episode a piece. Where I throw in like I might have even done like an anniversary or another New Year's Eve playthrough. I was just playing and talking. And I'm like, I seriously should play this game, not use it as a filler thing. Yeah, I remember. So I finally played it and beat it, which was proper for me to do. Ghost of Tsushima, that was a sad, dark game. This was the year where I played a whole bunch of sad games, and I didn't go out of my way to play them. I just played them, and I found out that they were sad, and I'm like, I don't want this. I'm like, it's already rough enough now. Why am I playing sad games? Like, I don't want this. Yeah, anyway, Jade Empire, the Xbox, wonderful little game. The ballerina one, okay, and then I started Brave Fencer Musashi and couldn't beat it. The game broke. So I had to move on and finish the second game. And then it took how long? Because I would have played this... after Jade Empire. So in February, I would have started that. February or March, I would have started it. Let's see, February 2021. I know I finished it in the year, but... Month 2. Final Fantasy VII Remake. The game, I'm like, I don't know if I want to play this, because they just changed everything. Making Cloud and Aerith swear? No. Already dislike it just because of that. And, I'm seeing that I don't have any of these marks here like that. What happened there, me? Just forget to hit the button? But, yeah, that I clearly I still don't like what they did, but I managed to lose track of time and get absorbed in the game. Because the game was good, just the things that they added was like, ugh, why are you making them do this? Why is it so creepy? Why is that guy being an absolute disgusting person? Why is that lady flirting with me that's giving me a massage? Like, I don't know, it's just too much different things added to it that I will never enjoy it. I will never enjoy the game, sadly. Oh, the Cube game. Okay, that must have been like a one night. Yeah, I played it and then I beat it that night, so yeah. I started the Disgaea series. I need to try to get the other Disgaeas. The reason why I haven't, if you're like, I'm waiting for more Disgaea Heavens, it's trying to get the ones between Disgaea 1 and 2, and the ones, like, there's a whole bunch of, like, between darkness and afternoon darkness and whatever they're called, I don't know. There's just a whole bunch of them. If I just do Disgaea 1 and 2, I'll skip, like, a bunch of games. And I'm trying to get them so that I can just play them in order as well, because I could easily get my hands on, like, 3 and 4 and 5, I would think, because they're more modern. Sudeki, right, that little Xbox game again. It turned out to be a little fun adventure thing. A little bit tricky in some spots, but I did White Knight Chronicles 1 and 2. What is this, Sonic, when I'm running out of oxygen? Why is it getting faster? Oh, I got oxygen, it's all good now. The green machine monster. Oh, the green machine thing was no. I'm glad a lot of people showed up and supported this game. Yeah, it was amazing. Dad? That's all I need to say for that one, unless you haven't watched it. Dokapon Kingdom, the board game, RPG board game, yeah! Disgaea 1 complete. I got Disgaea 1 complete in 2 different places. Oh, I think I know what I'm doing here. I beat it, then I did the Etna story way later, and it took me that long to farm for Etna and get her ready so I could just beat the Etna story. Okay, I'll leave it like that, because that makes more sense. Even though it didn't take 1 day to beat it. Yeah, that threw me off there for a moment. Stranded Deep, yeah, I wasn't preparing for more Subnautica. I just want to play some survival games because I haven't played any. I played like Don't Starve and Subnautica, and like I think that was my only survival game. So I'm like, let's do Stranded Deep, and I had a whole bunch of other ones. Haven't gotten around to them, but you know, plans never work out that you really want to do. Another side-scrolling weird PS4 game that turned out to be fun. There's a Nintendo 64 one. It took me that long to play that one. I had fun jumping into lightning laser beams by accident and stuff. Just like every time I fall over and it lets out a scream. Concrete Genie. Oh, the beautiful painting on all the buildings and stuff. Yeah, that was fun. Otage, my Xbox game, right? Going around slashing things, hitting enemies through buildings and stuff. It was kind of a neat idea. This song is a bit wacky, but... Okay, I removed that one from my favorite, but now I can move on. Next song. Okay. Otage, Star Wars Squadrons, the flying, it was just flying in story, and I really enjoyed the story. I had so much fun just flying around in the Star Wars. Anything Star Wars, I think I'm just going to enjoy. I'm happy because there's a lot of Star Wars stuff. If I didn't like it, it'd just be another big series I can't do. So, yeah, I'm glad I'm a Star Wars-y space kind of person. Any futuristic, any technology stuff, I'm all for it. I did all of the Mega Mans 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I did the Mega Man's collection thing. One after another. Wow, me. And then I think this was when I was working and like I did not have any time at all to do what I really wanted to do. IRL work just eats up my entire free moments. Getting home and be like, I have to eat or I won't be eating until tomorrow. And I'll still do my live stream, but like, yeah, so it was like that rough. I have to cut out all my time to grind to just play a game that has no grinding. And it went on through. I somehow managed to do Neo 2 while I was working. Anyway, just I'm impressed to see that I've just done this so I could just get a series onto my YouTube channel into a playlist. And be like, hey, there's more of this coming, more Mega Mans, more Mario, more Lego. Let's get this channel with the biggest playlist that I could ever think of. I don't know anybody else done stuff like this that I'm doing. Oh, Limbo, right. That was another, like, inside, like, game. Demo! Oh, somebody donated that. May donated that and played it. It was a beautiful musical game and some beautiful songs into it, and then the ending. Super sad. And we were both shocked because the person who donated didn't know it either, and I was just like, another sad one? Come on, I'm still recovering from Sekiro yet. Or no, Ghost of Tsushima. Sekiro was not that sad. That one was... So like, yeah, and then Spyro the Reignited Trilogy? I just said the trilogy, I didn't say Spyro 1, 2, and 3. I just said all of them. It'd be 10 days to beat all 3 games. Okay. Well, there you go. I called it that for some reason. And then Neo 2, that one was slow. I was able to just beat the game, but just be like, yeah, you're just like the first game. Alright, you're done. Oh, that boss had a cheat move? Okay, well, I'll get around that eventually, and... Yeah, the whole game was so slow! I don't know, after you play Bloodborne Ghost of Tsushima and Sekiro, and then you go to Neo 2, it fell behind. For me, at least, it was so slow and not really that hard. I picked my crappy weapon. Apparently the katana, my favorite weapon, was like the worst weapon in the game, says people. And I still beat the game with the crappiest weapon, so imagine if I had a good one, right? Interesting. So Shovel Knight, I finally got my hands on Shovel Knight. You have, there's been games that I see on YouTube and channels that people play games, and I'm like, oh, I gotta play that. And there's so many more that I'm just like, I want to play those games. It just takes so long for me or my channel to get these games, sadly. And now that I finally played it, oh, it was so fun. I had so much fun with that. I beat it pretty quickly though. Command & Conquer, yeah, that was a challenge. My first like big real-time strategy game, offline of course, but yeah, it was, you had to follow some rules. Again, maybe because it's an old game, hopefully some newer games that are strategy, you don't have to do something specific to win. Yeah, that'd be nice. Me doing some more racing games. I'm trying to get racing and fighting and just a little bit of just everything on my channel. Finish off the Lego Star Wars complete. Must have been all the movies. Not too sure. I don't see a whole lot. 3 days to finish 6 movies, or is it just 3 movies? Who knows? Either way, Ukulele. Yeah, that was an odd, like, Banjo-Kazooie-like style game, but PlayStation 4 with, like, gecko thing and a bat. Anyway, it was unique. It was unique. I don't know if anybody's seen these games or not, but Chocobo Racing. That was fun. My Square Soft... my company that I really like, Squaresoft, Square Enix, RPG, anything. Got a little racing game, and Bushido Blade, and Einhander. I tapped into my PlayStation 1s there for a bit, and I'm like, let's just get some PlayStation 1s done for the year, right? I just did 1, 2, 3. Interesting. Again, like, these were just non-grindy. I'm like, let's just get what I can get done. Oh, I don't want to tell you how I don't like IRL work, but I have to do it, sadly. And probably everybody else in the world, too, so... Yeah. Oh, we're at the end! Look at that! The Bouncer! I had fun. That was another fighting game, but way different than the fighting games I was playing. I didn't write down any of the fighting games, because I never really finished any of them. I just did fighting games, and they're just there. But yeah, I did beat Street Fighter 1, but I'm not gonna put it there. Because, like, yeah, Street Fighter 1 was like... I mean, I don't know why I would put it there. I did beat it and watch the credits roll, and that game was done, but Street Fighter 2 I'll never beat. Even if I beat one character and see the credits, the game isn't complete. All fighter games will be almost like that. Then I finished the Lego Batmans to get ready for other Lego games. That was back... Really? September, October? I haven't touched a Lego game since then. Wow. Wow. Incredible. Incredible that I haven't touched there's all these other games. I finally got Not Alone. What? Okay, I'm trying to remember Not Alone. Okay, brain. I am having a complete brain cramp on Not Alone. It doesn't seem to be that long ago, so... Before Fable, before Batman... I was doing Arc Knights. So at this point here, I was doing Arc Knights, I was doing Wizard 101, and that game will just never get finished, sadly, because everyone kind of stepped away from Wizard 101 all at the same time. They all, like, dropped Wizard 101, and I'm like, I need help, so if you want me to play, I'll play. So I see the Lego Batmans, then I hopped into Wizard 101 and played that for a very, very, very long time. And then in the middle of Wizard 101, I played Not Alone. I'm looking at it. Is this a small little indie game or something? Where I'm walking around the hospital. Oh, okay, so like I was like, I don't remember Not Alone. I was walking around with the flashlight floats in front of you, and you open up doors, and then like eventually you gotta find the. It was really difficult finding the numbers in random places and using them to unlock the codes. Hiding under the bed when something ran by, and you had to look at all the pictures to find numbers. Oh, it's getting all warbled, the music. I had to look up Not Alone because I was unsure what that game was. Wow, it was a one night, just one sit down playthrough beat game. That's why I don't remember it. But yeah, okay. What? Not Alone, huh? It was. Oh, I just could have looked to see that it was on Halloween. I didn't see that until now. Oh, okay, it was my scary Halloween game. But yeah, once I saw it, I'm like, oh yeah, in the hospital, hiding under the bed from creepy things, passwords everywhere. Okay, yeah, I didn't do a week or a bunch of days of Halloween because of IRL work and the world. Yeah, it was just like, let's just do bare minimum while I'm in this state of having to work. Finally, look at that. Basically, 10 months later, I finally got a copy of Brave Fencer Musashi that didn't cost hundreds, thousands, millions of just money. So yeah, that was brutal to find I didn't even want the whole thing. I just wanted a CD, and just the plain CD was just too much money. I'm like, what's wrong with this world? What is wrong why can't I just pick up an old game and just pick it up? I don't care about collectors and their whatever that is that they're doing with games. I just want to play a game and send it back to you. Let me borrow it for a few hours, let me beat the game and take your silly CD back in your collection. Just go away with your collections, I just want to play them. So yeah, that was a very not cool, the way have to struggle and look for finally a sale somewhere. Can't say where, but yeah. And then I did redid Subnautica, and I did a full playthrough. I wish I could have found all of the data pads or whatever they are. PDAs, I guess they would be, and just get the whole complete story, but I searched around, I couldn't find them. Again, I don't know where all the people went, but like they just weren't around for these moments where I'm like, did anybody play this game? Anybody know where to get all the PDAs? And nothing. That was a donation, again, by May. May's been super supportive this year, wonderful. And then I got a donation again with Fable 2 and 3 with Mal, so that was awesome. So yeah, like at least some things happened right near the end. So it seems. That's why this year was so good. Got a bunch of donations at the end of the year. But yeah, Little Nightmares was super short. I wish these good games that I really like were a little longer than 2 episodes long. It literally was. Episode 2, I beat it. 2 days later equals 2 episodes. And one of the episodes was cut short because I broke the game. So if you want to see me breaking Little Nightmares 2, it's there to watch. And then I did Arkham Asylum out of the blue. I had no idea what game I wanted to play. Not a clue, and I'm like, it's either Tomb Raider or Batman or whatever the other one was on my PlayStation 3 at the time, and I'm like, not even flip a coin, just pick. And Batman just came to be. I enjoyed it. I thought I wouldn't, because I platinumed that game and played the game only for a platinum, and of course I didn't like it. I don't like platinuming games, apparently. Didn't know that when you're a kid and you don't know what you like and what you don't like. Yeah, so when playing through it and seeing the actual story, I'm like, this was actually fun. I'm looking forward to maybe playing the other Batmans, because that'd be really cool. I'm almost gone through my entire quick little playlist that I made just for today. And Fable 2, I finished that a couple days ago. And then I also did like Subnautica, the final episode, and I've been doing a bunch of fighters. Again, I'm not writing them down, but I'm done Street Fighter 1 and 2, while working on finishing Street Fighter 2, did Dead or Alive 1 and 2, and more fighters. And No Man's Sky is not there because I have to redo it all over again, and yeah, so you got my list of games that I want to play, other games that I can play, that I will play in the future, and everything I've done for this year. I might as well just go out of my way and say, like, yeah, this year was a bit rough. I'm going to assume for everybody. But I will also end this on a high note, on a good note. It wasn't all bad. There was more goods than bad. And it's as simple as that. Like, I'm hopefully always going to be that positive, happy thing. Again, that video I watched, so like at the 7 or 8 year mark, you're gonna be questioning if what you're doing is right. Is this what you want to do for the rest of your life? And that mark is coming up for me this year. Like the 7 year mark is coming up, and I'm like, uh-oh, am I gonna get hit with that, like, that revelation of like what happens to a lot of channels around this time? And I don't know. As of right now, I still feel great. I still want to do this, and I still hope for that chance to grow like so many other people are, and just have that love and community that I would love to see this channel have. Yeah, I'm still holding off after 6 years and however longer I must hold out. But yeah, do I have any New Year's resolutions for the next upcoming year? Almost everything that I had so far was to start new series, which I did this year. And playing games is not fair, because that's clearly what I'm going to be doing anyway. Do I have any big things planned? Because again, I fall into the category of everything I want to do relies on you, the viewers, and if you and everybody doesn't come together and make the community thing happen, I am left out and can't do my ideas, I feel. And the games that I want to play, like Final Fantasy VII, I won't play it until I get that, so I don't know if I'm holding myself back, or I'm just waiting for the thing and that's the thing, or I really truly can't play Final Fantasy VII without that help. You know what I mean? I'm picking on Final Fantasy VII because that's the one that would be played first if I ever got my dream start happening. And having to not work, oh, that would be incredible. Absolutely incredible. So yeah, I mean, we'll see how this year goes. I don't think I have something big. I'm not that big of a channel yet where I'll be doing movies and voice acting and making my own like live show thing. Like none of that stuff. I'm not there. I'm not gonna open up a brand new merch store. I'm not anywhere near to those points where I'm watching my other YouTubers going through those steps, where I'm just like, I hope people show up to watch me tomorrow, tonight, today. And it's just like, I'm just hoping for those moments and then growing from them and there. So yeah, like, yeah, I don't know. Just, do I have, at this point, I wasn't planning on any New Year's resolution, and I'm asking myself, and I would like to continue pushing my record that I got going on at 2,000 and something. 2,413 will be tonight. That's incredible. Would love to see 3,000 on this channel. I would love to see 4,000 on this channel, and it would just be incredible if I could keep pushing that. Not on my own merit. Yeah, this is what I would like to say. As of right now, everything was I did that. I literally had to make it happen. Whether something broke, I had to fix it. Whether there was no power, I had to make power happen. Yeah, I really hope it doesn't have to all fall on me to make it keep happening, because that's crazy. I'm glad I made it this far, and I'm still able to pull that off. That is one exciting thing for me, and I would love to continue doing that. It's a stream every night, whether it's 2 hours or 3 hours or 4. And some nights I do a stream and I only do like an hour and a bit, but then I do another live stream and I'm like, oh, I did nothing on it. I don't want to send it to YouTube. It's practically nothing. But I live streamed. It's there. I just didn't save it. There's no like 2-3 hour videos. Only like an hour and a bit. Yeah, that happens from time to time. Sometimes I don't have backup games. Yeah, I had a backup. Did I have 2 backups or 3 backups for my Batman thing? And all of them failed. And then it was like 1 more minute before I gotta go live. What am I doing? Or was I even late? And I'm like, I gotta pick a game. And I was like, Batman Arkham Asylum it is. All my backups failed. They were all VR games. I had no idea. I was gonna play a nice little happy PS4 games, but nope, they're all VR. Can't play them without a VR set. I mean, all my resolutions are gonna be, if my channel grows, I will gladly go out and get a Switch and a PS5. And let's play those newer games. I would love to play Subnautica on PS5 before I play it soon. Oh, The Entertainer. I like that one. Yeah, I would love to get those. And get caught up with today's gaming instead of being behind an entire generation. Yeah, that's a weird feeling, and I guess I've always bought... Every time I got a system, it's always an old system, because I'm like, hey, we can keep getting these games for literally nothing, so let's get old systems first. But now being a channel and seeing that I'm a whole generation behind is absolutely like the weirdest feeling ever. Yeah, I don't know. I hope I can catch back up. Either way, like I hope for more good things to come, to happen, not only just for me, but for you. And the thanks that I hopefully will always remember to keep doing, to thank everybody who has stopped by and supported in any way. Whether it's a comment or a like on Twitch, or, I mean, Twitter. Can you like on Twitch? I don't think you can. You can only like on YouTube now. That's great. And just any support at all. Just thank you for that. This channel and every channel strives and lives for that. So, yeah, please continue. Please subscribe and follow and hit the notification button and the bell and whatever else that needs to be hit nowadays. Because yeah, it all helps. It all makes this channel can only grow. I don't think this channel can fall. So this channel can either, yeah, this channel can only grow. And so that's a positive way to look at it all. I don't know how long I've been streaming. That's incredible that I spoke almost an hour. Wow, good job, me. I meant to just do a short one. Yeah, it was supposed to be a short little thing, and I was gonna move on, and... Yeah, well, there you go. I thought it was gonna be like a 20-minute video. Heaven's Army can't do short videos, okay? That's just... If you're a part of this channel, I'm assuming you hopefully have accepted this by now. I can't do short 15-minute videos, 20-minute videos. Something always happens where it goes for an hour or more. Interesting music we're getting into now. So yeah, either way, looking forward to playing Subnautica Below Zero soon, Fable 3, and continuing my fighters now and more, and if I got a PS5, I'd want to redo the Subnauticas. Oh, that's silly. I hope not. I hope not. I hope I don't feel that way. Either way, I hope you're all having a wonderful New Year's Eve, a celebration of some sort, even if it's not with a big family or friends. Just if you have to have it small. I will, yeah, see, I don't know what I'm gonna do tonight. I don't know if I'm gonna stay up late just to be live and be that, or just is this good enough? I'll find out later tonight how I feel. But yeah, I hope this gets sent and made it to everybody on time, so maybe an hour long is long enough. We'll see. So yeah. I don't know what else I could possibly say to add or expound upon what I've already said, so... Thanks, Heavenlies, for showing up and watching. And seriously, if you like what I'm doing, please hit those buttons. You know what to do by now. And I will see you all in the next episode. Take care!